Hello, this is the second video on the CUDA programming using HPC. So we would like to introduce actually a new GPU which can be easily bought out. It's called a Jetson Nano, and we will be just explaining how to install Linux on this and how to start practicing on an independent GPU called Jetson Nano. As you can see it actually here, how to install Jetson Nano and also the CUDA environment. What is CUDA? CUDA is a parallel computing platform and an API model that was developed by NVIDIA. And using CUDA, one can utilize the power of NVIDIA GPUs to perform general computing tasks such as multiplying matrices, performing other linear algebra operations instead of just doing graphical calculation. Using CUDA, developers can now harness the potential of the GPU for general purpose computing. And this is how when you buy a Jetson Nano developer kit, actually, this is how it looks like. This is a poor man's GPU to start with. And you can see that actually it's a small powerful computer for embedded applications, especially for IoT, etc. And this you can buy normally from Amazon or any other general procuring sites. And the technical specifications of this are actually very important to note. Actually, it is an NVIDIA Maxwell architecture with 128 NVIDIA CUDA cores, and and it has a CPU. See, all GPUs come with a CPU. You should remember that. And it has an ARM Cortex A57 processor. And so always think that actually it is not only one processor. Because of the GPU you are getting many more cores. That nothing but lots more 128 more parallel processors sitting on the GPU. So the memory of the system is 4 GB, very simple, and it has a storage capability of 16 GB, and you can connect a display to it. And you see, look at the specifications. I said the NVIDIA Maxwell architecture, 128 cores, and all other things almost we discussed. Now, how to install CUDA on Jetson Nano? Idea is to actually do the CUDA programming using Jetson Nano. You can go to this site actually and explore more details about how to get started with the Jetson Nano developer kit. So we have installed Ubuntu 18.04, and we bought an SD card, actually 16 GB or 32 GB or whatever. Actually, you can buy it and then you can burn the ISO file of Ubuntu 18.04. After that, you can insert that into this board and get started with. And the first, as soon as the dollar prompts comes, and that is what we will demonstrate in a short while, you can give NVCC minus version and it will return the version number. That is where NVCC installed or not. And you can always use sudo. Sudo is nothing but the administrator. apt cache show NVIDIA Jetson. This is how you double check everything is installed properly. Now Nano is the editor. You can go to bash rc. This is starting file, so you can put in the path actually of the user local CUDA into the original path, and you can export that path like this. Dollar path is the original path which was already there in the system. This extra path gets added to that. That is user local CUDA 10.2/bin. And you can also export another variable called ld_library path, that also is required. And then you can show source dash bashrc, and this is where you finished your installation of cuda in Linux. And you can also install cuda in Windows too. You can look at this link, actually cuda Windows link. And, you need a Visual Studio to work with it, and we are going to work only on Linux. So this is an extra information which we have provided, and you probably need Visual Studio 2022 to get it going. Now we will go connect into the system, a CUDA system, which is sitting in the network on a Jetson Nano. Address is 10.1.10.163. It's a Linux machine. We are doing an SSH from a hypervisor putty. You can see that as soon as you do this, you will be asked to do the login. You can give the username and the password, and the prompts come in $prompt. Dollar is coming because it's on a hypervisor, and you can give the command nvcc -version, and you see there is a compiler already installed. And when we install this particular version of Linux, you can see the Linux version here, cat /etc/os star. It will give, it says this is a Ubuntu version 18.04 was installed, and it came preloaded with the CUDA. Now other commands which we just talked about were like path. If you say echo $path, if you say see, if you say echo $path, you see that the path of all the files, and this CUDA is already included to the path 10.2. That was because we edited the file called bash shrc dot slash. Then you can press a tab here. Actually, let's go and see in which directory we are. pwd. Okay, ls -a let us do. So we will see the hidden files. So is there, yes, bash rc, I'm sorry about that, nano dot slash bash rc dot bash rc, that is dot bash rc has to be here. So let me correct that, actually. Dot slash dot rc, enter. So this is where we edited earlier the path, etc. You can see that these are a lot of, this is a script actually. So this is where we added export path is equal to path of this, and ld library path also. This was required for it to run. That's all in this video. Now we will learn how to use Jetson Nano for programming CUDA. Thank you.